I want to talk about a bill that's going through the legislature in Britain, which would essentially enshrine the two-tier justice system that a lot of people use as a trope, right? The idea that elitists in our government are treated differently, in the law, in the courts, than the regular people. Well, that's what this bill would do. It's called the Covert Human Intelligence Sources Bill. And it gives police, I'll start with police, all police, the ability to break any law that they want, when it's necessary. And it's necessary when they say that it's necessary. I'm not joking here. Like, imagine if a police officer could just shoot one of your loved ones and then claim that it was necessary, and in doing so, avert any kind of consequence. That's what we're talking about. The bill is being pushed under the guise of undercover policing, but it's far, far more extensive than that. It covers all these different agencies. First there's any police force, and then there's like the fraud office, and then there's like the home office, the Ministry of Justice, the Food Standards Agency, the Gambling Commission, the Environmental Agency. Basically, the entire government can do whatever they want to you, can break any laws. Seriously. And the whole bill is incredibly vague as to what it allows, because it allows everything. It even says, and I quote, "In the interest of national security, for the purpose of preventing or detecting crime, or of preventing disorder, or in the interest of the economic well-being of the United Kingdom," unquote. Preventing disorder. What's disorder? I mean, could you get more vague? What's disorder if not a crime? Remember, crime was different. So what's... And anything that's in the interest of the economic well-being of the United Kingdom? I mean, seriously, it's like as broad as it could possibly be. 5 different human rights organizations have already spoken out and prepared a brief citing their concerns, saying that the new bill has no express prohibition on authorizing crimes that would constitute human rights violations, like murder, or torture, or kidnapping, or sexual offences, or conduct that would interfere with the course of justice. In other words, things like witness tampering, or planting evidence. Because it was necessary for that cop to plant the evidence on you. It was necessary. How could he get the conviction otherwise? You don't want that disorder now, do you? Members of British Parliament here are creating a license for government agencies to authorize torture and murder. Moreover, it's already passed the House of Commons, the first step before it goes before the House of Lords. For the Americans listening, this is a very similar system to what we have here in the US, with the House and the Senate, right? It passed their first house, the House of Commons, 313 to 98. It looks like this thing is going to become actual law. But what's interesting about the whole thing is that it could be an indication that things are starting to boil over in England. And they're expecting some kind of, what's the word? Disorder. That's the word. That the British government is expecting the people to rise up in one way or another, and is thus giving itself the authority, the power, that's limitless to do what it wants to people who threaten that order. If you want to look up this bill, or fight against it, or speak up against it, again, the bill is called the Covert Human Intelligence Sources Bill, or CHIS. Wait, if you enjoyed that video, please remember to like and share. I can't grow without you. Also, if you want to be reliably notified of new videos, don't forget to subscribe to the newsletter. If you're able to support the production of these videos, I'd appreciate it if you'd subscribe at Subscribestar, or maybe get one of the healthier products, or even get some merch.